Wow, we just got a new follow. There is always a city. Incredible. Welcome, there's always a city. And welcome, Zach and Jose. How are my cuties doing today?
You first. Jose first.
Good. I had a disaster on Monday.
Why?
No.
It was just one of those days where, when anything can go wrong, did go wrong, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was just like wrong after wrong after wrong after wrong after wrong, to the point that like it didn't let me complete any of my tasks until like 6 p.m. And then I had to do all my regular work from 6 to 9 p.m.
Boo. Boo Monday. Yeah. Zach, how about you?
I'm good. I've got my claws at the ready if need be, although I may be forsaking them tonight. I'm good. I'm solid. I've got things going on y'all know about, but, listeners have to pay extra to hear about.
That's right. If you
gotta throw those bits if you want to know those secrets.
Yeah. All my salacious, never leave the house secrets. That's the Patreon content.
Absolutely. We do have a Patreon, and we haven't yet, but, Zach, if you want to start writing diary entries, just nihilistic brain dumps, then if the kids want it, the kids will get it.
Channeling into, my angsty blog, high school blogspot days? Yeah, absolutely. If someone wants to pay me for that, that'd be swell.
Oh my God, I had a live journal when I was in high school.
Same.
I read other people's live journals, but I wasn't old enough. I really wasn't old enough or had enough complex thoughts to put them on live journal.
Oh, nobody had no. I should say there were some people who were fabulous at live journal. I was not one of them.
I also had a live journal. I had a dead journal before that. I don't know if anyone remembers dead journal. Yeah, shout out. And if anyone in the chat ever had a live journal, drop a link. Let us read your secrets. But, same. Harp Digital Media. Good to see you. Glad you had a live journal / dead journal. Which one was it? And what was your... All those things are probably down now. All our secrets probably died.
I would hope so, because I think I just spent my live journal. I think my live journal was private, and it was just me talking shit about people. I can't believe Zach said that to me today. He's such an asshole. Yeah. I think that's literally what my live journal was.
Amazing.
Mine was me trying to put teenage angst in a poetic.
Of
not
course.
Being poetic, but just my thoughts.
Zach, you could have been the Billie Eilish before Billie Eilish.
Damn. Yo, I fucked up.
Zach the Eilish. It was your time. Oh my God. Harp Digital Media actually gave us her live journal link. That's incredible.
I got midnight reading tonight.
Yes, maybe if there are any, it doesn't work. Send us a link that works and we'll share it with the entire internet. Tinderette! Live journal veteran. That's right. Did we make our own GIFs? Did either of you? I learned basic HTML because of live journal.
Well, okay. I used to build fan sites for bands I loved.
Yes.
I had one for Garbage. I had one for No Doubt, and I had one for Safe Ferris.
Amazing.
Don't know who that is. You lost.
Ska revival band of the
oh my God,
90s, late 90s revival. Yeah.
I didn't know.
And I used to make GIFs for those.
Incredible. Tinderette used to make icons for LiveJournal, and that's how she started with Photoshop. And shout out Tinderette for making my awesome logo and overlay for Cat Calls, which airs on Thursdays. If any
I
of you
saw
guys,
that. Looking fancy.
Looking good. I know. I'd love to hire her to do some overlays for Cutie Club sometime if she's ever got the time. But anyways, while we ramble on, you mentioned Garbage, and did you say No Doubt?
I did.
Okay.
All ladies.
Amazing
And
references.
Safe Ferris was a lady too.
Okay, amazing. And
ladies.
that is on task because this is... What were you saying, Jose?
Yeah, no, can I tell you something?
Can you?
As a high schooler, I always gravitated towards women and their music because I just thought they were more complex. Had something more interesting to say than most men did. I still had I liked, Atari Teenage Riot. I liked Nine Inch Nails and all that stuff. Yeah. But there was I just think women as songwriters particularly, I mean, women are great at everything they do. Let's be honest. But as songwriters particularly, they just kick ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think especially in the 90s, 2000s when we were growing up, it was a really great time for female songwriters, like powerful perspectives, and it was kind of a mask off situation where they were just like, this is what it feels like, and like fuck you. It was really great. And so of course we are doing strong female leads as our theme here at Cutie Club, and it is all about the estrogen. No matter how you got it in life, as long as you've got it, we're here for it. And I'm so happy to see so many cool ladies in the chat. Lil Marisita, ooh, an ice queen with that white eye. Yeah, y'all, I gave myself a mohawk. Isn't it fun? You too can cut your hair off on a Sunday and liberate yourself. So with that being said, does anyone want to go first? Should I go first? Should it be ladies first?
Yes.
Ladies first.
I mean, it makes sense.
Ladies first.
Okay, I have so many good songs to choose. I'm not quite sure which one to start with. Should I start? Let's see. Chat. Should I start with an oldie but goodie, or should I start with something more rowdy? Oldie but goodie or rowdy? What says ye?
Old, something old.
Yeah. Something old or something bold. It's all bold. I don't know. We'll get the chat.
Bold. They're all bold queens. I personally like to get the party started rowdy. I don't believe in the build-up. I want the climax at the beginning. I don't want the foreplay. Let's go and get into it. You know
Jose's like, let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Well, maybe for you, no one has said anything yet. So let's go right. I'll start off with someone who is really instrumental in A Trash Cat and Harp Digital Media came back and said rowdy. So yes, that is how you spell rowdy. A trash cat. Great job.
Wow, a trash cat. You live with an editor, trash cat.
Talent is not sexually transmissible, is what I learned.
I want to impose my grammar on my wife. You know.
No, that was a great quote from Tina Fey's book, Bossy Pants, by the way. She was like...
Which I love that book.
It's so good. Book. Another great, strong female lead right there. But...
Wait. Oh, okay. We'll keep it on track. I'll save my Tina Fey thoughts. Again, you can get more Tina Fey thoughts by paying for the Patreon.
Yeah, by joining the Patreon or subscribing here on Twitch. All of Zach's uncut thoughts about Tina Fey.
Oh, yeah.
But yes, so this, I don't know if there's another woman that has been so integral to the way I see myself as a woman, other than my mom and the women in my family, of course, who are all very strong female leads in the feature film of their own lives. I made an IG post today about, when I was a kid, kind of wishing I was a boy because the boys got to grow up to be all the cool things. And
you're the coolest. I want to grow up to be Kat.
Well, you want to reverse age to be Kat. You want to.
I'm still not grown. Kat has maturity over me.
Oh, I don't know if that's true. We all lift each other up here at the Cutie Club. We are greater than the sum of our parts.
I want to grow up to be Kat.
Well, what I thought was really cool as a kid was like these like androgynous like rock and roll freaks who would could spit on the crowd and just be like, oh, and like throw themselves against the wall and call it art, I thought that was just like really fantastic. And there were a lot of really wonderful women throughout the years, as this stream is going to show. But when I first heard the Yeah Yeah Yeahs and saw Karen O, I was just like, oh my God, there it is. Like, that is the thing. That is like the way I feel and the way I want to look, and like it's possible. She's so enigmatic and larger than life and wild but smart and clever.
I love how Karen O is so feminine, but and really commanding and aggressive.
Absolutely.
I want to say aggressive femininity because I hate people attributing masculinity as aggressive.
Right.
Karen O is very aggressively feminine.
Yes. Hi, the powers that be. I know all of you're just in time. We're talking about Karen O, starting things off properly. And so all of those things, yes, aggressiveness is a feminine trait. Listen, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, and try to touch a bitch's baby and they will and a baby can be a 39-year-old. Mamas will come for that ass if you try to fuck with their
bearded
baby.
39-year-old baby.
Are we talking about me?
I mean, we'll all be that age someday if we're lucky.
I'm actually 38, but okay.
One day. But yes, but you know, even as she's grown older, Karen O is like this beautiful representation of what growing is. You know, she's a mom, she's shown her softer side, and she's collaborated with filmmakers. She's married to one. So it's, I don't know, she just is like the gift that keeps on giving. And if you don't follow Karen O on Instagram, you really should. She's been doing these really cool things where she sings in her closet and she turns the space into this like full-on fantasy world, and her son opens and closes the door. It's very fun. It's very quarantine content. And anyway, that was a whole lot of words, and I want to get this party started off with the Yeah Yeah Yeahs Date with the Night, because another cool thing about the Yeah Yeah Yeahs was their live shows, and they were just an absolute mess, and this video kind of shows that. So, all right, off with her head. Date with the Night. Let's go. That song has a very sudden ending, and I still have cheese and jam in my mouth. So that's that.
Queen shit.
I am living like a queen over here, though. I've got some green tea. I've got some cheese and jam platter.
Damn, dude.
So, cheers
really
to all the queens out there. Whatever's between your legs, we don't care.
Everybody's a queen. Queen, 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 queen. You're a queen. I'm a queen. Everybody's a queen.
Queen, queen. That's a fun song. I'm a queen. He's a queen. She's a queen.
He's a queen.
We're all queens. Yeah.
I don't know when we're going to actually start our band finally, guys.
I mean,
you kind of started.
We got the name already, so we're halfway there. I'm pretty sure that's all it takes.
I feel like club night is the more feasible, because like that's just like we have the knowledge. It's just who's gonna finally have the discipline to learn how to DJ properly, and then we could do whatever we want.
Only one of us has to learn how to use Fruity Loops, and we're set.
Oh, that's how Fruity. Yeah.
It's true.
We all know people who use or used Fruity Loops really well. You know, it's just who's gonna teach us, who's gonna instruct the young.
There you go.
I mean, YouTube University is there and waiting for you.
Yeah.
So what's next, guys?
What's next?
You want to go next, Jack, or should I go next?
You can go next.
Let's keep this a rowdy, guys. I think I want to keep it rowdy. And you know, everybody knows I love this bitch a lot.
Oh,
like,
I know who it is.
Definitely. And this was the last track of her first mixtape, Number One Angel. Actually, this was produced by Sophie, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm pretty sure you're right.
And I love it because when she comes in and sings the chorus, you're thinking like, oh, this song's about lip gloss. And then Cupcake comes in and makes you very well clear she's not talking about these lips. She's talking about another set of lips.
And yeah, the sexy, they're both sexy.
Well, yeah.
The southern side.
Southern set of lips. More southern set of lips. And of course, this is Charli XCX. And I don't know if you picked it, but I picked her performance at the Pitchfork Festival, which I loved. I love this performance.
What year was that from?
I think either beginning of I think it was like end of 2019. It was like Pitchfork didn't have a festival last year, so it was the last.
Right.
And I actually watched this very at the beginning of quarantine because Pitchfork almost put all their performances live, and this was when I sat down on my TV, put it on YouTube, and watched it from start to finish. And it's a great performance if you guys haven't seen it from start to finish.
Yes. Well, everyone's gonna get a taste, just a tiny little taste of the full concert. But you know, if you join us on Patreon or subscribe on Twitch, I send everybody playlists of all of our shows here on Cutie Club, so you can actually get the link directly to this and all of the things that we play, because we're just trying to plug all the things.
Oh, wow. I want to subscribe right now.
It's amazing. You are subscribed, Zach. You're a supportive friend.
And you know what makes me sticky icky like lip gloss? Bits.
We love bits. And thank you for the follow, Echo Beauty Terror. Okay, just for you, Echo Beauty Terror, we're gonna play Charli XCX lip gloss featuring Cupcake, produced by Sophie. So many powerful ladies on.
So I can open my legs, bon appetit, let's get it.
loved all that sauce. Sticky icky. Ooh wee.
And and I have to agree with Little Mamacita. I think Charli is probably one of the best live performers right now. And the funny thing is, like, I acknowledge Charli is not always singing live. She's a lot of times just jumping around, but her energy is like so damn like infectious. Like you can't help like want to like go ape shit along with her. You know what I mean? Although I will say Charli does have the chops to sing live. I think she just, because she moves around so much, like there's no way you can move around that much and not like be able to sing at the same time.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, not everybody can be Beyonce. It's crazy.
No.
Which is another fabulous woman that didn't make our list. Nobody protest too hard right now. There's so many ladies, but we might have to just do a strong female leads part 2 sometime, because it was tough coming up with our list.
Yes.
Jose actually made the point that he particularly tried to pick artists of this generation, women who deserve the praise now. Not that there's anything wrong with the icons of the past, but I like that you're all about giving some shine to the kids that are working hard right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Zach, what about you? What was the rhyme or reason when you were choosing songs?
The rhyme or the reason for my picks was all just kind of like, I didn't want to try to get like too overtly political or be a cishet white male on a stream lecturing people about femininity. So I just went with songs where like...
We all know you know something about... You have a lot of femininity in you.
Me?
This one is always like, can I borrow your lipstick, Kat?
Yeah.
Can I borrow your purple lipstick?
There's that great picture of me at Electric Forest just looking like a real cutie, you know?
We have to share that with the class sometime.
But I just went with songs where like femininity is like at the fore of the song. Like you would not have that song and it would not land the same way if you like remove that from the equation. Because the same way we were talking earlier about like people playing within, I don't know. It's a force. Femininity is a force that can be wielded in music just like any other quality. And I think to these songs, it's integral to why they're great. And one of the songs I chose has, I believe, no women in their video. Ooh. And they're a newer artist. I chose the song Free Hi-Fi Internet by Emmanuel. Not produced by women, produced by my favorite artist who I mention like every week.
Who's that? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, who does Zach really enjoy? But this song is funny as fuck. I believe she's part Italian, like has some Miami ties. And I really just want to let the song speak for itself. Like it would make more sense for me to comment afterwards, but like when you hear it, this song would not be nearly as funny, catchy, or memorable if it was a guy saying the exact same things.
Yeah, and I remember, I think the first time I heard this song, you were just playing it, and I was just like, what is this? I need this. What is this? It's brilliant. All right, Emmanuel, am I saying that right?
Emmanuel? Yeah.
Emmanuel, free hi-fi, Wi-Fi. We love...
Free hi-fi internet.
We love internet.
'Cause tonight, I'd rather be in my room getting high on some Wi-Fi.
Big Katie line, big Katie energy. She co-wrote that song. You should hit up your best friend Solwax and get some money.
Actually co-wrote that song. And I just wanted to say, like, this dawned on me earlier that, like, going back to what I was saying before of, like, how essential femininity is that song, like, the choice to have only the hardest of hard bodies in the video is definitely a deliberate choice by also, like, what you're not seeing.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Great song.
Great song. Video. Great attitude. That's exactly, I love that sort of attitude that it's just like so dry, but it's like the sassiest could possibly be. Just a leaning back, looking at my phone in the club, kind of sassy. Which is part of Every Woman. I'm Every Woman. That's another song that's so great.
I'm every woman.
It's all in me. Anything you want now,
I am going to regret starting to... I've caught myself singing many of these streams, and my voice is pretty awful. And I know that one day... you post these... By the way, if you don't know, Kat posts these clips or the rebroadcast of these streams on YouTube, but I have not dared watch them because I'm very critical of myself.
It's actually not that bad. I've never watched a whole one all the way through, but we did at Philippe's house the other day. He just put one on while we were having dinner, and I didn't say anything because I wanted to see how long he would leave it on.
And you watched the whole thing?
We got pretty far. It was at least like 20 minutes of the program.
And it was like,
and
screw
then finally
this.
he was like, oh, I guess it's kind of weird. You've already seen this because you lived it.
Oh yeah, you watched it. Oh yeah, you've seen this before, not like you did
Let me
it.
tell you, it's so crazy too when I go to his house and he puts Twitch on the TV because I'm looking at literally 2 versions of this on my screen. I've got the OBS and I've got the Zoom open. But then you might be watching it at home on a TV and our faces are gigantic and God bless you. How are you watching?
That's why I do that trend now, and because that HD, that 4K puts all those imperfections up there.
It's true. We actually, Cutie Club is very big on the face care products as well. So if anyone ever wants some tips, we're constantly sharing tips. That being said, I will go next. I'll say that it's my turn, and I'll go with the oldie this time around. This one, it was something that I just had to pick a song from. My mom, what Kara knows to me, I think Stevie Nicks is to my mom. That and Joan Jett. My mom fucking loves Joan Jett. It's crazy. But Stevie Nicks is kind of like the grand witch to all freaky femmes out there.
I don't think like witch pop and witch house would exist without Stevie Nicks.
Wait, wasn't she literally on that Coven season of American Horror Story?
True.
Am I
Yes.
making that up? Was she amazing?
She is quite
Also,
openly a witch.
Also, kids, Stevie Nicks did not get popular because of TikTok.
TikTok, yeah.
Wait, is she blowing up on TikTok right now?
Are you kidding?
Where
No.
were you?
This was like 6
Where were you during
I don't even-
quarantine?
What part of Stevie Nicks was blown up on TikTok?
Dreams.
Fleetwood Mac's Dreams, like the skateboarding,
Oh,
drinking
the cranberry juice guy.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Well, I didn't associate.
Yeah.
I just associate it with that dude. That dude's fucking. Yeah, he's trying to sell that as an NFT now, though. So shout out. I hope he makes $1 million. Yeah. Anyway, Stevie Nicks also didn't get famous when she was sampled by Destiny's Child for the jelly video.
Wait, that sampled Stevie Nicks?
Edge of
We're
17.
learning so
Yeah.
much.
The strumming sound is from the beginning of Edge of 17. So that's another fun fact for you. But even before she was a solo artist, Fleetwood Mac was, of course, one of the lead singers in... Did I say Fleetwood Mac was one of the lead singers?
Fleetwood Mac.
Stevie Nicks.
Oh, yeah, Nick. Okay.
Stevie Nicks was one of the lead singers of Fleetwood Mac, one of the best bands from the 70s. Like, literally, their album Rumors, you need it in your life. You need to listen to it from front to back.
All I know about Stevie Nicks, all I know about Fleetwood Mac is the incestuous relationships everybody had in that band.
That's such a good part of it. They were all sleeping with each other. They were writing songs about how terrible the other person was for them and playing them on stage. That's why the album's called Rumors, because the rumor was they were all fucking each other, and it was true. But no, this song actually comes from a couple albums after Rumors. It's called, what is it called? I wrote it down because it's a long ass name.
So it's not
also the cocaine. Kat is right. The cocaine also. It was the incestuous in la cocaína.
La cocaína.
How you
All
can
right.
say cocaine casually? That's cool.
I can't find the name of Mirage. It was called Mirage. And this song is called Gypsy. I chose it because it really speaks to having that nostalgia for your younger, wilder self, which I think we all can relate to as long as we're old enough to relate to that feeling. And this was actually a song written about her relationship with guitarist and singer, fellow Fleetwood Mac singer, Lindsey Buckingham, back when they were in college. And there's this really great quote from Wikipedia that I'll read. They could not afford a bed frame, so they slept on a single mattress directly on the floor. Nicks says the mattress was decorated in lace with a vase and a flower on its side. Whenever she feels her famous life getting to her, she, quote, goes back to her roots and takes her mattress off the frame and puts it back on the floor and decorates it with some lace and paper flowers. So
That's
adorable.
Cool. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Honestly.
But this song actually also took on a double meaning when her friend Robin passed away of leukemia. So it's also a shout out to her friend. This kind of like, you see your gypsy, you know, she's a memory now. But shout out to all of our own inner gypsies, you know, our wild and crazy, free younger selves who just like run barefoot through the woods and drink wine right out of the bottle and just like have unhealthy relationships. But hey, I don't think any of us started a band with our unhealthy relationship, so we've got that much over Stevie Nicks. Or do we? I don't know. That might be the key.
Have a band.
We have some questions for you.
Yes, mood.
This is your first encounter?
Thing, you know?
No, we've
We've
talked.
had a few encounters.
Did you like Hole's performance?
I didn't see it.
Context of what happened, because
How good is that clip? I figured
I have been her so many times. I have a whole new appreciation love for Courtney Love that I didn't know I had.
Courtney Love's an icon, Madonna's an icon, two very strong female leads. And I figured we're talking about, the nostalgia of your wayward, messy gypsy youth. And what's more wayward gypsy youth than Courtney fucking Love throwing a compact in the middle of a Madonna interview on MTV?
And I mean, I don't think people understand. This was at the time that Madonna was at the height of her career. That Madonna was, there was Madonna and then there was everybody else. So Madonna was as A-list as you could get, you know what I mean? And I think, I'm not sure if this was pre-Live Through This or post-Live Through This, because Live Through This came out in 95, but I'm not, in this interview was 95, but I'm not sure. I don't remember.
Probably post.
when.
If she's probably supporting it. That's why she's like there, right?
Maybe. So, I mean, and so like, I think like for Courtney to dare come into Madonna's space, who at the time, Courtney essentially was just like Kurt Cobain's maybe widow at this time.
Yeah.
At this point.
I know.
Yeah, like.
And who has
Madonna's
better
gonna live
shoes?
it.
The shade of it all was incredible.
Yeah.
The way that they were just like totally tit for tatting each other.
Yeah. And then that other woman at the end, I believe, was Tabitha, who's the co-anchor of MTV News with Kurt Loder, who was the guy interviewing both of them.
Okay. And apparently they had a little making up there. But you know, exactly, Zach, I've been Courtney Love too a million times when she's like, you know, babe, like someone's gotta be the fuck up. And they're like, I'll never say anything bad about you again. Like,
I also love dropping REM quotes in the middle of like.
I love
But we were talking about a little bit, like, and I think this occurs to a lot of women, what happened to Courtney Love, which was when Live Through This came out, which if you guys don't know, it's monumental, that album, Live Through This. It's still a critical darling today, but rumors to this day still plague that people say that Kurt Cobain wrote that album, even though there are many witnesses who have said to the fact that that is not true. Kurt Cobain had no input on the album. Courtney Love admitted that she would run ideas by him and that he would give his
anyone
feedback.
would their partner.
Yes, yeah. But that was as much input as he had on that album.
Yeah.
And I think just people, and I guess in some ways, I don't want to say I understand, but if you hear the previous album, I forget what it's called.
Well, it's a bit more polished and.
Is it Pretty on the Inside? I think it was called, the first one. I'm not sure. It was definitely a It was definitely a departure from that, and it was a lot more polished. But Courtney in an interview says that she went for that more polished sound because she was actually jealous of the success that her husband had with Nirvana, and that she wanted to step up her game and prove that she could do just as good an album as he did.
Yeah.
And she did.
And Courtney Love is an icon. And Valerie Lee, thank you. I'm a big fan of my hair too. Yes, welcome.
I actually want to see you gel these and do it to like little like.
Ooh, like the girls who
Yes.
do the little like curlies.
Yes.
Oh my god,
I think you need to
so
gel them.
cute.
You need to gel them.
I'm
on your
trying
face
to
one
look
of
at
these days.
myself and see what. Okay, I'll do that just for you. Next Cutie Club, Jose.
Next Cutie Club. You need to gel them onto your face. They need to be part of your face.
Part of my face. Jose, you just dropped so much interesting knowledge. Why don't you pick the next song? I loved listening to you talk.
Well, let's keep talking about rock, which I think this woman has done such a good job. Like, let's remember, rock was a black art. And
What isn't?
I feel like this.
What
yes.
isn't? Pretty sure everything that we listen to, we can say thank you to the Black community for.
Yes, and I feel like this woman has really reminded everybody about the power of rock and roll in the hands of a black artist and a black woman at that. You know what I mean? And she first started with Alabama Shakes to much critical acclaim, and she recently went solo. And I'm talking about Brittany Howard, if you're not Italian. She's already raking up awards, although awards are meaningless. We could go on to that. But, it's nice. It's nice to be acknowledged. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I think she has definitely, earned all the acknowledgement she's getting. So,
Absolutely.
And this is Stay High from Brittany Howard. And I was debating, I don't know if you picked the video I actually sent you of the live performance, because she has the music video, but I think seeing her live is just so much more impactful.
Yeah,
I guess is what I want to say.
Yeah, it's really astounding. She's so powerful and so soulful and seemingly effortless at it. It just seems like it just comes out of this volcanic source inside of her.
I will say Brittany Howard is one of those artists. Have you ever felt pangs of jealousy of people who art comes so natural to them?
Yeah, you're saying
natural to them.
Yeah.
And I feel like Brittany Howard is one of those people that, and I bet she works really hard at it.
Of course,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think, but it just feels so effortless.
Exactly. And I always think about my dad. My dad saw Alabama Shakes open for Neil Young and became instantly obsessed. Bought the CD. Every time I went over there, he was just like, "Have you heard of this band? That singer? Oh my god!"
Yeah.
So
he knows good music.
He does.
Oh yeah, Bill.
He does. So this one's for Bill and for all our powerful ladies out there. Stay high.
I just wanna stay high.
I just can't get over how soulful that just was, and so buttery smooth.
Yeah.
Old soul.
And I want to take I think a lot of people would classify this as soul R&B and blah blah blah, but let's call it rock, because I think a lot of times black artists get categorized into urban categories because people don't want to recognize it. It's the same thing happens with R&B and pop, where a lot of black women make obviously pop music, but they just call it R&B for some godforsaken reason.
That's true. That song definitely did feel like an R&B song to me, though. But
did,
Brittany Howard is a rock artist.
But Brittany Howard is definitely a rock artist.
Absolutely. That was
also a lot of people in the R&B vein, that was more explicitly rock, infused than being a pop, singer, more vocal. I'm rambling. Go on.
Yes.
No, but and those and when we go back to the beginnings of R&B, rhythm and blues, and rock and roll, they were more connected with each other when they first came out, right? I think rock and roll was very influenced by blues and what was I don't know.
I would say rock spun off from blues.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Love us some blues. We could do a blues episode one day, and still play Eiffel 65.
I would not say I'm the best equipped to talk about blues, but no.
All right.
We'll just play a bunch of Led Zeppelin songs and talk about who they covered.
Oh, Led Zeppelin just ripping people off wholesale. That actually was going to be a proposal of mine of songs that unabashedly are just ripping something the fuck off.
That would be really fun. Because we could totally do robot rock.
Nice. Yeah, nice.
Songs you didn't know were covers. Yeah, that would be fun. Zach will guess. Oh, that would be great for blues or for songs you didn't know were ripoff. We'll go, it's a ripoff, and we'll just start off with that T-Rex song.
Oh, wait, when are we doing the glam episode?
Oh, we gotta do glam. Ooh, that's gonna be fun. T-Lac, what's up? All right, Zach, it's your turn, buddy boo.
Sure. What do I want to... Okay, so... This next song, again, as I said earlier, I went for songs that were you don't have the same song without female, in-your-face energy. Like, it's as much a part of the song as like any instrument, but like not just the vocals, like the energy of it, the spirit behind it. And this next song I chose, Club Action by Yo Majesty, you could have that same refrain as you'll hear, but like it would not land with the same power coming from a dude than it would with these ladies. I first heard this, I forget what Girl Talk album it is, that like he samples the refrain. And I'm not saying because like I want to spoil a song, I guess. But I was just like, what the fuck is this? Like, I need to find this.
I remember this song when this song was so popular, and you would hear it out almost every night in Miami. And they performed twice in Miami. One, I think, at Studio A, that I think only 10 people showed up. So they ended up scrapping the show with them there.
Oh, no.
And, yeah, so they're like, no, nobody's going to show up. Bye.
Oh, damn. Well, if it was their decision, I guess more power to them.
No, I think it was the club's decision.
Oh, that's so boo. At least let them just like party with the people if they want to.
And then there was like, then they came back 2 years later to play at White Room. And I wouldn't say it was packed, but it was maybe like 50 people this time around. But I know one of them ended up working with Peaches on her I Feel Cream album. Yeah.
Nice.
I think her name was Shonda K, part of the thing. She worked with Peaches. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, honestly, this chorus is one of the most iconic and most sampled in DJ sets to this day. Like, you still hear people dropping. It's just so good. You have to sing along to it. Ooh, 58 minutes until Jose made a Peaches reference.
When are we getting Jerry? What theme would you want to guest on? Like, how do we get Jerry
I'm sorry, Jerry, that everybody's worked with Peaches. That's what I'm going to say.
Sorry, Peaches is so fucking iconic. Another strong female lead.
Yeah.
But this time, we're leaving it up to Yo Majesty, Club Action. Bum up in the middle of the club, get pissed.
Bounce back and forth when you hear this. Jump up in the middle of the club and get pissed. Throw your hands up if you want to get rich. If you feel how I feel, say fuck that shit, nigga.
That shit ever sounded so good.
It has not.
It ever sounded so perfect.
I love it. Gotta sing along. It's the best. Yo Majesty, bow down before them. That was great. I love that beat too. Are they from Tampa?
They're from Tampa.
Yes, they're from Tampa.
Shout out Trampa. You gotta love it. I was explaining.
Oh, that's a new one. I've never heard that.
Really? I was explaining to my roommate how most cities in Florida have some sort of like slutty nickname, like Tallahassee.
Yeah.
Orlando.
I hadn't heard Orlando either.
Yeah. And then he was like, "What is Miami's slutty nickname?" And we were like, "Miami." Its slutty nickname is its real name. That was great. Loved it. Yo Majesty, thank you so much. Thank you, Zach, for sharing. And glad we could all be here. I'll go next.
Yes, please.
I will actually continue with that whole energy. I was loving that. And follow up with another very...
the powers that P says Slayami. Is that
Slayami? Slutami.
Or Slyami. Is it Slyami or Slayami?
I don't know, but the word Slyami sounds very dirty to me.
I think Slayami would be...
Slyami.
Let's say Slayami.
I never lived outside Miami. It was like, let's go to Slyami. You know?
Miami. Bienvenido a Miami. We could do a whole Miami themed show.
That's easy.
That would be really fun.
Literally, yeah.
You play the Will Smith song and the Vanilla Ice song, and then...
The powers that P try to make Slyami happen. It's not going to happen.
She just lied to us. She made fools of all of us.
No, it's good. It's her superpower. She's also a strong female lead. A sunny place for shady people. That's what Miami is. Anyway, I went with a song from my youth. I first discovered this artist when this music video came on late at night. I spent most of my teenage years just shoveling barbecue Fritos in my mouth, watching music videos on MTV and VH1 and The Box and Much Music. We had a lot more options back in the early 2000s if you wanted to.
you have an option now to get the video whenever you want. which is YouTube.
That's true, but I loved that it was curated and I could just sit there like barbecue burritos. I mean, I guess YouTube you could do like automatic, like autoplay or whatever.
Yeah, but you don't have VJ, like, there's no personality.
I will tell you, the VJs stopped a long time, like by the 2000s, like early 2000s, they barely had
Carson
VJs.
Daly was like it.
Yeah.
They just said Carson
They
Daly.
would put videos in the morning and they would only play them straight through. There was nobody sitting there introducing you, giving you context or anything.
Jerry makes a good point. If you autoplay YouTube, you start with music videos, but you end up with shit like Jordan Peterson. Yeah, you end up being like turned to the alt-right side. It's a weird algorithm thing, but
my algorithm is so fine-tuned that I have never ever gotten
a
video.
You've never gotten peddled like Western civilization bullshit? You were
I at one point I was getting PragerU commercials.
Oh,
and I told YouTube I never wanted to see that commercial again, and they have not appeared again.
Nice. I do like that you can tell the robots to fuck that shit. Yeah. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, fuck that shit. I was like, you need to fuck that shit. YouTube, like right quick.
Well, so this video popped up for me, and I was just like, "What is this?" I'd never seen just like an angry woman.
I'm sorry, Jerry, about that. No.
Oh God.
Well, Jerry knows all too well about like PragerU and like all.
Jerry, you just need to stop watching UFC fights. You know?
How could you ask him to do that? Come on now.
Yeah.
If there's one thing we all know about Jerry, it's that Jerry can't. He's addicted to them in UFC.
Jerry is always bothering me. Yo, you want to watch that pay-per-view UFC fight? I'm like, no, Jerry, leave me alone. God.
When I think Jerry Ionelli, I think like shirtless, like well-toned men destroying one another's bodies.
Absolutely. And beer. Yes, so my song, I've never seen just like an outright angry woman depicted, and
I know which one you picked.
She's just screaming at the chorus.
Remember, she told us she was the first girl to scream on a track.
Oh, that's right. She does tell us that. The first girl to scream on the track in America. I don't remember the next line, but yes, she really was. And of course, I'm talking about Kelis and Caught Out There. I think this is a very important song for anyone who's ever been cheated on or found their lover to be unfaithful or just unfit in any way. This song is great for that. And, you know, everyone knows her song Milkshake, but this is the song that I really like the best because it's just
And do you know who this is produced by?
The Neptunes! Early Neptunes. Shout out Pharrell and Chad Hugo. And also the music video is amazing. And like, bitch is looking so good.
Is it Hype Williams? Is this Hype Williams?
I was thinking yes, I think it is. And
we'll have that answer when we come back because I'm going to Google that to make sure.
It's so good. It's so clever the way it's done. And she's like talking to herself. And I'm going to shut up about it. I'm going to let you guys watch it. It's truly incredible. Kelis, Caught Out.
I hate you so much right now.
And so I learned very important lessons about people and their voids. And how when you have voids, you know, like a black hole just sucks, you know, and consumes everything into it, you know. And I met a lot of those people.
Miss Lauryn Hill, everybody. Just gotta give it up. I was thinking, I thought that clip was a good moment after Kelis because she's talking about how you learn from experience, and obviously that Kelis song is the angry lessons in our life, but Miseducation of Lauryn Hill is an absolute jam, and I thought, I don't know, kind of speaks to you know, learning as you live, and she's just so thoughtful, and I thought that was just a beautiful little clip.
I also love how that Kelis song plays. And I mean, we talk about this now in more modern times, but the stereotype of the angry black woman. But it's unapologetic because I think black women and all women, but particularly black women, are entitled to their emotions. And people have almost weaponized that as like, oh, there you go, being the angry black woman. But here, like, Kelis is like owning it. You know what I mean?
So good. And shout out Pusha T and baby Chad and Pharrell at the end of that video. I don't know. We were all freaking out over here. I don't know if you guys caught that.
And you know, we were talking about who directed the video, and it was pretty evident by the Hype Williams present. tag at the beginning who directed the video.
Yes, iconic. I think we will maybe do a hype stream. I mean, we were talking about doing I think next week is going to be our Y2K finally, right?
Yes,
Y2K aesthetic.
Which there will be some. There'll be some hype sprinkled in
Absolutely. So if you want to see and hear more of that Hype Williams light in the glasses vibe, that's going to come through.
We were pointing out what's the Hype Williams signature in his videos. It's this, you know what I mean? It's the it's the light in reflecting on usually some sort of like sunglasses. You know what I mean?
Hype Williams directs Cutie Club. Little known fact.
Right.
I also love how later he started.
Funny.
I love later how he started playing with aspect ratios, making the videos tighter.
Yes, he was so into that.
And also instead of having black bars, he started using different colors.
Yes.
Things, and that was like typical Hype Williams. You know, I don't think he gets credit enough as a visionary of the music video.
We could do
Is he still directing these days? I wonder.
I was thinking, is the All of the Lights video by Kanye?
I think so.
Because that might be like the single craziest music video. I think that might be a Hype Williams, but it's still like, I have to double check.
I think it is. You let us know.
I will.
Can live.
But I guess it's my turn next.
It's your turn. It's your turn.
It was directed by Hype Williams. It's the best music video ever. Go on.
I think a lot of people would be surprised to know that I really love this genre, but I do. I'm actually a big country music fan, but it has to be a certain kind of country music. I'm not into like that bro country bullshit, you know what I mean?
Beer dogs.
Partly it's because my dad loves country. He loves like Johnny Cash, Loretta Lynn, all those greats. So I heard it. My dad was really into folk and country, honestly, too. Simon Garfunkel, like he played that ad nauseum, and Linda Ronstadt.
Linda Ronstadt.
Yeah. That's what I heard a lot growing up.
Jerry's everyone's really into the fact that you love country music, by the way. The powers that be, Jerry, all big fans of your country fandom.
Yeah. I do not love Toby Keith, Jerry. So you shut your whore mouth, Jerry.
I once heard a Toby Keith video, or like somebody on like literally beer shot out of my like straight. I couldn't believe that like this was a real dude saying like real things. It's crazy. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm sure
I'm big into Shania.
Hell yeah. That Miss Me Much or the Don't Impress Me Much video, that's iconic.
You know what actually and I'm gonna put this in the Y2K. No, I'm not gonna say which one because
Don't
there's definitely
save it for later.
a Shania Y2K video
Save
that I love.
But what are you talking about now, Jose? What country song are you talking about?
Who I think is one of the most interesting country artists right now is Casey Musgraves. She's great. She actually toured recently. Yeah, album of the year, deservedly so. And I think she toured like maybe a year and a half ago with Harry Styles too. And her last album, which, oh my God, what was it? Oh, Golden Hour. Which was kind of like a departure from her previous, because she was very kind of like in the style of early Dolly Parton. And she kind of went a little more pop in this one and a little more like, but it was still like country. I don't think Casey Musgraves is interested in being like a full-blown Taylor Swift, you know what I mean, if I'm being honest. And I mean, Golden Hour is full of country bangers, you know what I mean? Space Cowboy, Butterfly are all great songs. But this is, to me, her most pop of all the songs on that album. And it's actually very new disco. It's almost like country meets disco, you know what I mean? And like the video kind of like knows that and kind of plays into that. And this is High Horse, which what I love about Casey Musgraves is like, you know, indie and other things tend to be really vague. And her songs are all about like almost like Aesop fables, you know what I mean? They have like a story to tell and a lesson to learn, you know what I mean? And that's what I love about Casey Musgraves. She doesn't just sing to sing something. She always has something to say.
It's not a murky poem.
No.
that
no,
means
no.
nothing.
No.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you have to like look, or like the meaning can mean multiple things. It does not. Like what Casey Musgraves sings is what it's what's it about. You
I
know
think
what I mean?
that is one of the definitive qualities of country. Just like, here's
Yeah.
a straightforward story.
Yeah.
This is what's happening. All right. And with that, this is what's happening. Casey Musgraves.
Cause everyone knows someone who kills the buzz every time they open up their mouth. Yeah.
It was all a dream.
Damn. I did not
I mean,
see that one coming.
How many times? I mean, Zach, that's like you right now. Like, don't you go to bed every night thinking going to dream to the club, and then you remember, oh, I'm still in this hellscape.
I can't believe you just said that to
yeah.
him.
Oh yeah. Like, all the time.
Watch Zach's brain break in 5, 4. Yeah. A
Jerry's song about quitting HR.
We're getting Jerry on Cutie Club.
Oh, I love that song though. I
that
love
was
it.
great.
It's as the kids they say, it's a bop.
It is a bop.
I just pictured a shitty like HR, like, you know, here's what HR does for you, and like it's like set to that song.
That would be funny.
That's the end of the informational video.
No, yeah.
I did watch a 90s training video from Wendy's on how to fill up your cold drinks on YouTube, and it was incredible.
Oh my God, I've watched those 90s like training videos from different companies, and I think one was Wendy's. I saw one how to like make a Frosty.
Amazing. The fill your iced drinks was a rap by a white lady.
Was it? Oh wow.
My name's Wendy, and I'm here to say I like to fill drinks in a tasty way.
Basically, yes. She was like, and when you're gonna make a Coke or something, like put the ice halfway up the cup.
That's sick.
Sick bars. Anyway, shout out the lady from the Wendy's iced cold drinks learning videos. Strong female lead right there.
Female lead.
Strong female lead. Zach, what strong female are you gonna lead us to next?
I'm gonna go with, actually, it's strong female leads, plural.
Leads.
Oh my God, I just got all the way here and then realized that I didn't double check how to pronounce their name, because I think I might have been mispronouncing them for like 8 years now.
Really?
Even though I love them.
Oh.
Is it the Haim sisters or the Haim sisters?
I feel like as a Jewish man, you should know this more than Kat.
I thought I did, and then I heard people saying Haim, but my first inclination is to put a little into the
Haim.
Haim. Yeah.
I think it's Haim.
I think it's Haim too.
I don't know.
Let us know in the chat if you know.
Let us know. Is it Haim? Is it Haim?
Can I give a controversial opinion about them?
I'm waiting. Yes, go for it so I can talk about it. Yes.
I know that people love them, but I find them to be like the Maroon 5 of indie.
Whoa, okay, like that was
like their songs are okay. Their songs are okay.
That sucks. That's a hot
and I understand why people like them, but I'm like,
I get it. I feel like my love of Haim is some.
Now you're saying Haim.
Oh, is Jerry agreeing with me? I think he is.
I think he is.
Whatever. Go enjoy your Toby Keith and your UFC.
A lot of people are agreeing with me. I'm sorry there.
Well, Zach's going to subject you all
to
some Haim.
I love them.
But tell me, convince me. I want you to convince me.
Here we go. Elevator pitch.
Tell me.
Okay, tell me. I'll preface it by saying, don't listen to the second album. They'll tell you that too.
Will they really? Will they be like, don't listen to our second album?
They will say, yeah, we had a turbulent second album because there was turbulence in their lives. It's whatever.
Yeah, they're all sisters, so.
Yeah. I found that, I don't know. I fucking love this song. Like, I also want to preface it by saying, I get it. Whether it's the music or the whole, like, we're doing the whole Stevie Nicks work from LA thing 40 years later, I get it. Like, on paper, I shouldn't like it either, but I fucking love it.
But I don't think you should apologize. Even if why do you love it? And that's why you shouldn't apologize for something you love.
Yeah.
It's great guitar pop. It's fucking great guitar pop. I literally remember hearing the song on, like, I think a spring break or something. I was visiting family in Boca and this came on and I was just like, what is this? I love this song. A Trash Cat has multiple videos of me over the years drunkenly screaming Haim songs. They were quick little sidebar anecdote. The last festival I went to, did Jerry say something rude?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Well, the Casey Michael is with you and says their remix of Tame
the-
Impala's "Cause I'm a Man" is absolutely amazing.
Thank you, the Casey Michael. Like, we stand Haim in this house. But anyway, I covered Okeechobee Music Festival in March of 2020. And the whole weekend, I was we didn't even know about masks yet. I think I've talked about this before, but whatever. So for most shows, I was observing at a distance. I was not getting deep into the crowds with other people because there was, Rona around. But for Haim, I said, fuck it. And it was
worth the Rona. That's what you should tell yourself. Worth the Rona.
People could not believe how much this heterosexual man was loving Haim. I was losing it. I was having a great time. And
I will say this. I do love how Haim has, and we can talk a little bit about this when we come back, but how Haim has perhaps inspired a lot of women to pick up guitars, pick up drumming, which I think you don't see your Courtney Love.
Make that bass.
Yeah, bass. You don't have a lot of female fronted bands, entire bands these days.
Yeah, it's been a while since the 90s when it was
so for all my critique, I respect the inspiration they're providing for young women.
Yes.
Well, I appreciate them for making bangers. This is Forever by Haim.
All right, chat, weigh in. Is it a banger? Is it a bonger? Is it Haim? Is it Haim? You let us know.
If you say the word, then I'll say goodbye. Wherever I say you and me, wherever I try you.
Oh my God, the vitriol for Haim!
Damn.
I can't believe it. I love to see it though.
I have to live with this. I have to live with this hatred and animosity.
You have to live with it. Haim has to live with it.
Quick little a trash cat can hate all they want. I will, just as I was telling Kat and Jose I've never met Haim. I have met associates of theirs, however, and back in 2013 or 2015. Fuck, I'm getting old, dude. Katie, Trash Can and I saw Twin Shadow, maybe under the influence of a little something. After the show, I asked him hey, as a nice Jewish boy, I've just got to know, are the Haim sisters cool? And he was just oh, they would love you. And I was yes, sick. I believe it. Got put me on the next plane to LA. But I never went.
Absolutely. I'm sure one day when this all clears up, you'll have your opportunity to say hello to them and just tell your girlfriend to shut the fuck up.
Yeah. This is my girlfriend. She fucking hates you.
But I love you. I think you're swell.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, anyways, I guess I'll go next. Let's see. How should we progress? I'll play something new. I haven't played anything new yet. And this one is an artist I only recently discovered earlier this month. It was actually, speaking of YouTube algorithms, something that YouTube just recommended to me. And it was so visually striking that I just had to watch the video. And then it turned out that the song...
Did he watch? Were you watching the Farrah Abrams?
What?
I'm trying to make a bad joke. You remember Teen Mom when she came out with that crazy album?
Oh my God.
We should have included her.
Teen Mom made an album?
Yes, and it's considered.
Women are so powerful, dude.
It's actually some people consider it the best, either the best album ever created or the worst. And nobody, even Pitchfork, I think, was we don't know how to rate this. We don't know how to rate this because we love it, but we hate it at the same time.
Wait.
Wow.
It came out years ago. But
We
anyway,
need to inspect
Go
that.
ahead.
How did she not follow that up? I guess because she has a kid. She's busy.
Wait. Okay, so I just Googled it, and literally they cite this Farrah Abraham album in one of their Charli XCX reviews. Amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of them. A lot of people say they're inspired by that album. A lot of people say 100 Gex wouldn't exist without that album.
I've never heard of this.
Amazing. Well, Green Tea Pang is not going to be anything like the Farrah Abrams album. I'm just guessing. I haven't heard. But if it has anything to do with 100 Gex, I'd say this is the other side of the sonic spectrum. Pang is UK slang for tasty. And this artist is 26 or 27 years old, but is clearly someone who has lived a lot of life. And I went and I checked out their Wikipedia so that I would have anything to say, because literally I just discovered this on a whim. She grew up in London. She dropped out of school. She is open about having fought a Xanax addiction when she was very young. And then she started traveling kind of nomadically, I think. And she started working at this self-help yoga retreat in like Mexico or something. And she was really skeptical about it. And then she just started to incorporate the teachings into her life. And now she's this like psychedelic poet. Definitely gives me a lot of 90s badass, like, kind of hippie, but like urban. I don't know. She's very, very cool. Like Erykah Badu and her probably would be really good friends if they're not already. Very fly, and I love her flow. It's very meandering. It's very monotone. And the chorus is just like, it ain't the same being a man today. And I really liked that chorus because I feel like each time she says it, it kind of takes on this new meaning. And it's kind of like Zach was saying, like, it's because of who she is saying it that it imbues the phrase with like a whole other layer of meaning that you just wouldn't have even thought about. So Green Tea Pang, not ain't the same. This bitch is like clearly a goddess and visually striking as fuck. You guys will see why I was immediately moved by this.
May a place on me, murder, take from me all of this bullshit. I do not need it. I believe in magic because I've seen it.
Everybody out there that's watching, everybody that's watching this world is bull. And you shouldn't model your life. Wait a second. You shouldn't model your life about what you think that we think is cool and what we're wearing and what we're saying and everything. Go with yourself.
You guys know that's like a meme, right? Like just saying dudes rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Schoolhouse Rocks. And that was, of course, the incomparable, wonderful, unstoppable Fiona Apple. Another strong female lead that we don't have on the list that I had to include.
Which Fetch the Bowl Cutters is...
Yes,
right.
yes. Actually, early in quarantine, I did a project where I listened to every Fiona Apple album from beginning to end and wrote about it for Discogs, and it was quite the experience. Loved it. And I love Fiona Apple's whole vibe, and her whole "this world is bullshit" speech is great. And that bit, the "what you think that we think is cool," is sampled in this amazing Afrojack song from like 2009 or something.
Oh, dude, that's such a good like, I don't know the song, but like, that's such a, like, yes, that is exactly. Oh,
we used to get
good.
the fuck down to it. I'll play it for you sometime. And it's just what you think that we think is cool. What you think that we think is cool. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom.
You guys see the strong female lead in my life, like fucking with the light
I can't
settings?
see her, but I can see her work, and I'm a fan. Big fan.
Because you know why, Zach? Behind every great man is even a greater woman.
It's true. It's true.
Wait, is your girlfriend Hype Williams? Because
I am secret.
these lights, it's sick. All of the lights, yeah.
Sick.
I know the Powers That Be knows the song I was talking about, but yeah, Fiona Apple, and I thought it was really great coming right after Green Tea Pang, because obviously Green Tea Pang is some energy of I'm not going to do this the way everybody else is doing it.
Yeah,
so,
I was saying she gave me a little bit of Sade vibes. You know what I mean?
Yes, Sade.
Like the way she delivered her vocals. You know what I mean?
So smooth, and yeah,
Yes,
shout out that little drum and bass breakdown with the jazz D&B.
Which, if you're in Miami, by the way, I don't know if she is currently, but you know, Sade lives in Miami like part-time. I have friends who see her all the time.
Oh my God.
Oh, wait, do you remember a few years ago, there was like a 24-hour period where someone made like a legit Facebook event that Sade was going to play at like 11 or something?
No.
Yes, there was this blurry. Yes, that really happened.
But it didn't though.
Well, yeah, but it didn't.
Anyway, I assume Sade's back in London, because who would want to be in America right now? Have you seen the headlines coming out of Miami these past couple days?
It is crazy.
I have to aggregate them and summarize them, which you can read more of in the New Tropic.
That's right. Support local journalism.
By the way, guys, if you're loving these tracks, you know how you can show us your love back?
How?
Some bits.
Bits, bits,
What's a
bits,
bit?
bits, whoop, whoop.
I'm dumb. What's a bit?
Bit is that little
if you put
diamond
in some-
shape in your chat. It looks like this, and you press it, and then you tell Twitch that you're gonna give it money, and then you give it to us, and it's our money.
Wow. I love bits.
If you, I promise, if you send some bits, we'll give you the link to Zach's private OnlyFans.
Yes,
And
his
you're gonna
live
wanna
his
see
live
what-
journal. His live journal
And you're
where
gonna-
he shares
And
all
you're gonna
his
want to see.
all his unedited fan fiction about Haim.
Yeah. If you want cubby Jewish boy porn,
Into it. Wait, who's going next? We have to
boy.
keep things going because we still have quite a few videos, and
I think we only have 3 left. Or
there's a
five,
couple. There's a couple. We snuck
Well,
a couple
I-
extras in.
I want to say I'm getting texts and I'm telling them put it in the chat.
Hey,
I'm
if
getting
you're
texts,
texting people that are in the chat, stop doing that and put it in the
yeah,
chat.
It's happened multiple times. It's crazy.
Twitch prefers streams that have active chats, and so the more you chat, the more Twitch will support our show and share it with people who might be interested in this sort of content. Whatever wrong with them, we don't know, but you know.
Casey, by the way, burn that dive bar down. Because any dive bar that does not appreciate Sade doesn't deserve to exist.
But Francis on Photo deserves to exist because we got 100 biddies.
Yeah.
And you can see more of that motion by dropping bits and getting access to the OnlyFans account I'll have to make.
Zach,
not only will you see Kate Bush, you'll see Zach's Bush.
Yes. Zach, why don't you go next, actually, because I think you and I both have extra songs.
We do. First, I just want to say that, speaking of getting texts saying that Sade thing absolutely happened, you know, because it did.
I don't remember.
Yeah, but she didn't play 11.
Yeah, like Sade is not going to perform Smooth Operator as strippers coming down the pole. I'm sorry, cabaret dancers.
Yeah, I know. Better not call them strippers. They get real mad.
They get real mad.
I don't know why Diplo and Carnage are there then. I'm pretty sure there's some fucking strippers.
I'm not gonna weigh in on. Today's all about strong female leads.
Strippers are strong female leads.
Strippers are strong female leads.
I'm talking about Diplo and Carnage, not.
I just had to remind somebody the other day, sex work is work. Let's stop talking about sex work like it's a bad thing.
It's true.
Who are you associating with to remind them of that?
We'll talk about it on the off chat.
In the green room.
You get all the tea by anyway. This next song I chose Drone Bomb Me by Anony. If you're not familiar with Anony, they were formerly of Antony and the Johnsons. If you're also not familiar with the song Blind by Hercules Love Affair or the gargantuan Frankie Knuckles remix, that is the memorable vocal you were hearing. She is a supreme creative in multiple mediums. This video rocks. I didn't even realize, Kat pointed out, I knew it wasn't Annie, obviously. I don't know what Naomi Campbell looks like. I know the name.
This is what she looks like.
When I look at a woman, I'm not like, oh, that might be Naomi Campbell. So this is the Naomi Campbell starring video of Drone Bomb Me by Annie.
And can I say something? No turfs in this chat.
No turfs.
No turfs.
No turfs.
Trans women are women.
Trans women are women.
J.K. Rowling would get kicked out of the chat so fast.
Yes. So
that shit in here.
All right, you guys tell me how long it takes for you to figure out this is Naomi Campbell.
I don't know what she looks like.
Blow me from the mountains and into the sea.
I have a reason, and we're back, and that was Naomi Campbell, and it's okay that Zach doesn't know what Naomi Campbell looks like because now he knows. Although if Naomi Campbell ever heard that, I'm sure she'd just be like, how uncultured are you, vermin?
To me because I'm the other person. Oh, what do you do?
I think Naomi Campbell not talking to you is the nicest thing she might do. You know what I mean?
Wait, what?
If I think Naomi Campbell not talking to you is the nicest thing she might do.
Oh,
she's spicy.
If Naomi Campbell's reputation precedes her, you might be in trouble.
Oh, I see.
Well, now you know. But Jose, you were saying that you were eager to go next.
Yeah, I mean, since I kind of wanted to pick, since we're kind of like in this LGBTQ realm of artists, I kind of wanted to present my next one, which most people might know them because this artist uses they, them pronouns, as Karen Dragier. I don't know how.
I've always said Dragier. Yeah.
I do not know how to say Swedish last names. And they most famously were Half of the Night, which if we heard a stream not long ago, when did I play that stream? That was like the love song, the Valentine's song.
Yes.
I played Pass the Song. But they went on to actually be a very successful solo artist known as Fever Ray, and they released this monumental album, the self-titled Fever Ray, in 2009. That was this really witch house kind of vibe. And when they announced in 2017 that they were coming back with a new album, I think a lot of people expected the same kind of album, but Karen decided, nah, I'm not going to give you guys that. And what I think they delivered was an unabashedly feminist queer like manifesto, especially with like the first, the visual to the first song, which was To the Moon and Back. You know what I mean? And I loved how like not similar to the 2009 album it was completely a different departure, a lot more avant-garde, a lot more experimental, but I think it's a great album through and through.
Yes, I'm such a stan of everything Karen does, so I'm really into this. And yeah, maybe we could start a drinking game where we name as many dance music genres or just genres in general. We're a genre boundless group here, but Karen kind of defies genre as well. But yeah, let's get into it. Let's keep it moving. Fever Ray, To the Moon and Back.
Oh, can you imagine a friend sticks for us to bump in?
I love it. I love a little piss play at the tea table. That's exactly
I love how she talks about like fingering pussies like very explicitly. There's no euphemism, you know?
Yeah. She says what she means and she means what she says.
Brilliant. Love you, Karen. Mwah, 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 mwah. And that was such a great pick. Thank you, Jose. Thank you for sharing that with all of our eyes. I know that Casey Michael loved it. Jerry just had PTSD.
Yeah, I'm better off.
I feel like I changed the Casey Michael's life either for the better or for the worse. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, well, as long as Jerry doesn't send us his therapy bill, I'm
they seem shell-shocked right now. But.
Yeah. Why are you mad, Jerry? Why are you mad?
All right. Well, I'm gonna pick next. We have to go a little quick because I do have a class at my 6:30. But this will be dedicated to you, Jose, from the Casey Michael, because it is Alanis Morissette's "Thank You." And I know you had mentioned, this is not your favorite Alanis song. It's not usually my favorite either, but I actually chose to go with it today because it feels like I feel like I'm getting to an age where I'm more reflective, and this song seems to really speak to that. And the other songs I chose were very like youthful, like angry, or I don't know. I guess the last one was also kind of reflective. But Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill changed my life. I was like a kid, and my aunt was listening to it at my other aunt's wedding and let me listen to it, and it was so cool. And when I got into my 20s, I realized that Alanis Morissette was like my voice in so many ways. Like she really gives space to, I think, so many shared feelings for women and people, and this one is like her softer side, and there's something sweet about the lyrics, the kind of like, how about not being mad at you all the time? And like some of the lyrics are kind of funny. The first one is, how about getting off those antibiotics? Which is kind of an interesting thing to say. And the video is iconic. She's naked. Shout out nudity. Was there anything you wanted to add about it though, Jose?
I do remember how controversial the song was. And I don't think it was controversial because she was naked, but almost like, and this goes to like misogyny and all that stuff, how dare a woman with a real body want to show it off? I felt like that was more of the conversation happening, because I felt like she was like your bombshell look, nobody would have said anything, you know what I mean?
Right.
But here, she was like cellulite and all. She put it out there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and she's beautiful.
Oh yeah, she is beautiful. Cellulite is natural. We all got it.
It's true. Kendrick Lamar likes it.
Yeah.
He likes stretch marks. All right, Alanis Morissette, thank you. Thank you, India. You, Canada. We love Canadians here in the Cutie Club. Your most normie.
My favorite in Alanis trivia is the fact that she wrote You Ought to Know from the guy from Full House.
I know. Crazy.
Uncle Joey.
Uncle fucking Joey. What an asshole.
Who knew like a guy who does a woodchuck puppet could elicit such anger?
I know. And also, did you guys know that Alanis Morissette was a star on Nickelodeon's show You Can't Say That on Television?
Wait, Casey Michael, you did not know that? That's like the most famous like Alanis trivia ever.
Yeah. Dave Coulier. Not so cool as an ex-boyfriend. You ought to know. Will she go down on you in a theater? Will she? That's always one of my favorite parts too.
Me too.
Of going to the movies, I mean.
Not only showing off your whole, I was cognizant for the entirety of the 90s.
I think Jose and I definitely like to show off the fact that we were cognizant of the 90s. Yeah. It was a great time to be alive and aware. Thanks for joining us. We're glad. Thank you, Zach. Thank you for joining the party.
But you know what else happened? What happened great in the 90s, Zach? Your father inseminated your mother with you.
It was okay. It was like there's the jury's still out.
Is that one of Jeff's greatest hits? I think so.
When you're doing the YouTube clips of this, be sure to get that.
I feel like poor Casey Michael. We're taking them through a roller coaster this episode.
It's been a lot. Listen,
it's because I haven't been drinking. I am awake.
This is what it's like to be a woman.
Yeah.
Zach, why don't you hit us with your last shot?
My last
it's
shot.
It's a good one.
Which, can I tell you, like, just to preface it, seeing like people of all genders yell out to this song in the club is what I love about the song.
Present company included. Yeah.
Also, I love that this artist gave men a manual on how properly to go down on a woman.
And with that,
at a time when it wasn't cool, it was like weird to do so.
Yeah.
Now all the rappers are like, I love eating pussy and it's cool, but it wasn't cool. Yeah.
But why do you love this song? What did you learn?
But Jose, we haven't even named it yet. You had so much.
Can anyone guess?
This is My Neck, My Back by Khia. And it's just like, it's the best. It's like, this is definitely one of those songs where I'm just like, it justifies itself. You know, you don't need to hear from me to know why this song is great.
Does Katie have any complaints after you've listened to this song?
No, we literally... Our early courtship involved like me putting the song.
My neck, my back.
Let me finish. Me being at parties, putting the song of whoever's iPod was playing, and like just like being.
Wait. Is Katie saying that all you would concentrate on is on her neck and not the back and the pussy in the back?
I'm literally not at. I'm literally not at liberty to say.
We will not be speaking about that at this time. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, it's great. It's great. I love it. I remember being in like the middle of an FYE in this there was like a weird edited version of it.
There was an edited version.
I don't even remember what they said. Also, could be great for like a chiropractor to use in a commercial.
Wait. Have you actually heard that? Because like I literally I feel. Is that a thing multiple chiropractors have done? Because I remember like being sitting in my like college cafeteria and just like my neck, my back, like go to doctor.
I'm actually interested. I know we're pressed for time, but I really want to know where you first heard of this song, Zach.
I have no fucking clue. Oh,
his mom played it through the headphones when he was in utero.
I don't know where I first heard it, but I can tell you that one of the things that like.
What's your most favorite memorable moment of the song?
Besides putting on at parties, definitely downloading the mashup of this and Call Me Maybe by Carly Rae Jepsen.
Yes.
Because this was pre it being okay to like. This was like right on the cusp of poptimism, and I still felt guilty for fucking loving Call Me Maybe, so I justified it by listening to an ironic mashup of it in My Neck, My Back. That is my definitive My Neck, My Back memory.
Love it. Well, let's make some new memories. All of us together here at the Cutie Club. Let's give it up for Khia.
And all you men, hear the instructions carefully.
Listen up, men or ladies.
Yeah, or ladies.
Anyone who likes.
But I feel like the ladies know what to do. The ladies don't need instructions. They know.
They're fine. They got it figured out.
They're fine.
My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack. My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack.
Cousins in a lot.
We are cracking up today. Everything about this episode was extra spicy. Obviously, it's, the power of the pussy that brought out the best in all of us. And I just have to say thank you to all of you in the chat. And thank you to you, Jose and Zach, for always being my cuties. And thank you to Khia for, maybe possibly changing the course of culture by making it okay.
I think we should remember that when this song came out, like, there were many songs about, like, guys talking about receiving fellatio, but there was never, and, like, there were women who alluded to it, but there was nobody who's ever made it so explicitly clear what they wanted done to them. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Or from a woman's perspective. You know what I mean?
And I remember for that piece I wrote for you, Jose, in the Miami New Times when WAP came out, and I was like, why are we pretending this is so shocking? We literally had a song called Lick My Pussy and My Crack. So
I still think this song is way more explicit than WAP.
I agree. And yes, Lil Kim was also, we were actually just talking about maybe having like a Ratchet Rap Queens episode of Cutie Club.
But Lil Kim always used euphemisms. She was never as direct as My Neck, My Back.
Ixtaboo. Always very direct about her needs.
Trina. The most direct.
Where's Ryan?
My favorite Trina line is, I'm going to make you eat it while my period's on.
Queen.
Amazing.
Strong female lead
right there. Can't believe we didn't have Trina.
Well,
the best bitch.
Let's remind everybody next week what we got next week going on.
Yes, next week we are finally going to do Y2K aesthetic. So everybody make sure you come with your shiny reflective jackets and your plastic futuristic alien wear and your big glasses.
And make sure your computer is Y2K ready, because if not, it's gonna fail.
Yeah.
And the whole world is gonna like collapse in itself.
And we'll just end up in 2020.
I'm thinking the Y2K thing was just a 20 years delayed response. That's what happened.
No, dude.
We solved 2020.
It was AOL loading.
we solved 2020 guys. Yeah. 2020 is actually Y2K.
Definitely gonna open the show with just a Windows 2000 startup sound.
Wait, can it all be punctuated by like?
It has to be modem noises.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah. That was my ringtone for a while.
You've got mail.
Yes. This is going to be fun. So I hope we see you all here next week. But we do have a parting gift for everybody. One more song that really defines what this episode was all about. And I think this was really fun. I personally, as a lady, I get a little upset sometimes when it feels like people are just kind of like pandering to female equality. International Women's Day is pretty hard for me, honestly, because it just feels like everyone wants to just kind of like virtue signal that they support women. And I think that it needs to be something that you just do. It doesn't need to be something you have to talk about. And all these festivals who are making a big deal or on their streams are like, we're going to have female DJs all month on my stream or at my festival. And it's like, maybe you should keep that fucking same energy now that you've proven, there are enough women DJs or artists or bands or whatever. Just keep half.
I also want to see more women. I think, and just to preface this, I want to see more encouragement of women to be going beyond like just like front singers.
Yes.
There needs to be more women producers, sound engineers,
mixers, everything, managements. We in all PAs. sound people in the front of house,
sound engineering,
security guards. I want to see some
because
ladies.
I think that's when we're gonna start seeing a lot. I think the more interesting chapter when we start seeing more women behind the scenes, behind those boards, making creative decisions before we even hear the music into our ears.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Talent bookers, the whole thing. Let's do it. And video directors, you're right, Francis Sun Photo. And speaking of which, there's a wonderful documentary out now on Amazon called Underplayed, and it's by this woman from New Zealand directed it, and it's all about women in the dance music industry, and it profiles huge headliners as well as up-and-coming artists. It's really fun, really enjoyable. So check that out, and it's on Amazon if you have it. Not that I'm asking you to give money to Daddy Bezos, but still very good. And thank you all so much for coming. We're gonna have one last clip. We're gonna have one last video because it's really just the anthem of the ages for ladies. We're not just one-dimensional. We're all kinds of things. And with that, 1, 2, 3. See you next Tuesday.
How would you describe gender to you now? What does it mean to you, that idea?
To me personally, just like it doesn't mean anything.
I'm a bitch, I'm a